News tonight that some are calling Revenge of the Swamp Creature. You may have seen this, an activist affiliated with Greenpeace in a memorable swamp creature mask at the confirmation hearing for Trump Interior Secretary nominee David Bernhardt. The whole point was to draw attention to his ties to energy lobbyists and raise the question of whether the swamp was really drained. I could tell you that Irene Kim, the Greenpeace activist in that mask from the hearing, joins me momentarily. She was the swamp creature the entire time, and tonight there's news on all this because it's Bernhardt's first week running Interior since being confirmed, and the agency's internal watchdog has now already opened a probe into ethics violations. Now remember, they were looking into the last Interior Secretary, Ryan Zinke, when he resigned amid a separate ethics scandal. I'm joined now by activist for Greenpeace USA and the swamp creature herself, Irene Kim. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Ari. How are you?
I'm great. We'll put up on the screen what you were up to, because obviously it was a kind of a political cultural moment. What was this about, and did you achieve your goals?
This was about showing absurdity to this event that was happening with our Senate. It was to let our senators know that everyone is watching you and letting you know that this is a crazy situation. Senator Bernhardt has no place as Secretary of Interior, and he has multiple ethical conflicts of interest, and he has no place there. I think we did set out what we were trying to do, even more so because it went so viral.
And walk us through that. Is this, in your view, primarily activism? Is this kind of a cultural and artistic thing? And how much does it matter to you that you are kind of trying to turn or reflect the Trump administration's own language, draining the swamp, which I think may show there was a bipartisan interest in doing that if you take some of his supporters at their word, and yet your argument seems to be, when you look at the Interior and other agencies, the swamp is worse than ever when it comes to ties to energy and the lobbyists.
Right. So we really wanted to riff on President Trump's favorite saying that he's going to drain the swamp. We actually think he's doing the opposite of that. He's propping up more folks, a lot of swampy people who have no place being in public office. I do think that this was an activist moment. It was more of a professionally trolly, funny type of activist moment. There are folks out there putting their bodies on the line, and it was an honor just to be part of the resistance.
And when we look at that mask, who are we supposed to see? Is this an actual character, a generic swamp creature? There are hints. Some see hints of Jar Jar there, an unpopular character to be sure.
There's been a lot of online debate. These are just supposed to represent swamp monsters who are a fan of David Bernhardt, who are here to support his fellow swamp monsters, and it's a way to show solidarity. Do
you travel with the mask?
No, I have had it on the metro, and no one has stopped me, thankfully.
Do you have it with you?
I do have it with me. Would you like to see it?
Sure. I mean, it's your thing.
My little friend right here. She's got a little mouth, got some eyes. It's pretty cute.
And what is most satisfying to you, before I let you go, the reception you got, which means obviously as an activist you hit your mark, or what you call the trolling? Trolling sometimes is about upsetting your opponents, whether or not there's a change of outcome.
Right. So I think we need to be the trolls that we wish to see in the world. Folks are out there filled with moral outrage and indignation, and this is a way to show some humor. You know, we have to. The only way we're going to get through this is by laughing and showing up. So let's laugh together.
Did you apply a Gandhi social activism credo to swamp trolling?
Actually, I was so nervous in that swamp mask. My body was involuntarily shaking, so I had to meditate while I was in there. So just being really peaceful, nonviolent is always in my mind.
Sure.
But yeah, that's the way it goes.
Irene, I think we know one thing, which is that you hit your mark. A lot of people notice this, and as you say, and I think we could all learn something from this, you could be passionate about the serious issues and still actually try to connect or have fun. I think that's great. And my thanks to you for coming on the program, and my thanks to your swampy, inanimate friend in your hands. Thank you.
Thank you so
much. Thanks to both of you.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.